So finding missing terms in arithmetic and geometric sequences, say we're giving them in a chart. So we know in our first slot we have a 10, and if we add some number each time, remember arithmetic we add, we're going to get to another number. Well, we add the same number, we add the same number, we add the same number. So we started at 10, we added that same number 3 times, and we ended up at -8. Well, solving for D, 3D is equal to -18 if we minus the 10 over. Divide each side by 3, and D equals -6. So that's the number we're adding every time. So 10 plus -6 is 4. Plus -6 is -2. Plus -6 is -8. Plus -6 is -14. Plus -6 is -20. So we can continue on this pattern. The idea is you take the number you start out with, add how many D's to get to your next term. So you have to figure out how many slots you go. In this case, we're going 3, and we are equal to -8 at that point. Geometric, similar idea, but we have to remember with a geometric, we're multiplying. So, for it, we're going to times by some r, let's just say r, times by some r, and times by some r. So we go from 3, we times r to itself 3 times to that number, and we get 192. Well, rather than write it like this, remember when we times variables that are the same, we add their powers. So we have r to the 3rd power there to get 192. Well, dividing 192 by 3, we get r to the 3rd equals 64. So now to undo a 3rd power, so to undo a squared, we square root. To undo a 3rd, we what's called cube root. On our calculator, the way this can be done, there's 2 ways. We can either say 64 to the 1/3 power, so this number being the root we want it to be, or we can say if you go under math, you see this one with the x. So we'd first say 3, the number we want to stick on that root. What it will do is it will put this 3 where that x is. So it will make it a cube root and put our 64 under. So either way, we're telling the calculator we want to take the cube root of 64, which is 4. So in this case, we get r equals 4. What this means is that's the number we're multiplying every time to get the next number. So 3 times 4 is 12. 12 times 4 is 48. 48 times 4 is 192. 192 times 4 is 768. 768 times 4 is 3072. And this pattern can continue forever.